Spiral Abyss. The latest one that was, that restarted basically. It's the Bond of Life Spiral Abyss. Initially, I was supposed to film or refilm the Spiral Abyss before this one because I made a first video about it and it didn't go well. And some of you guys gave me advice on how to use certain characters. Precisely never. So I retried that Abyss and it did go a lot smoother than the first time. However, I didn't get more stars. And I actually recorded all of that, and I'd also, I'd made a full video, I voiced it over and everything, but there were some parts in the video that I really did not like. I wasn't feeling really well, and I feel like I dampened the mood of the video. So I'd uploaded it and it was ready to be posted, and when I re-listened to it before posting, I was like, nope, not gonna do that. So I deleted it completely. It was like a good 52 minutes and I deleted it. But anyways, it was like 2 days before this specific one started, so yeah. And this one, I think it's already been a good week since I did it, almost 10 days actually. So between the time I recorded the footage, the gameplay footage, and the time I'm recording the audio right now. So yeah. But I think this one went a lot better than the other one because the other one I'd gotten 26 stars she still deals good damage. However, I have to say I'm really excited about new characters coming out. I think the special program was last week, and we saw Alice and Nicole. Oh my god, I'm so excited about them. Like, I am saving my wishes right now just for them. I have about 48, 49 wishes right now, so I'm saving. I don't want Durin, and I don't want Venti's signature weapon or anything. I actually haven't watched the entirety of the special program, but I did watch the trailer, and oh my god, Alice is amazing. I absolutely love her voice actor and her character design. If I had to choose, obviously I'd go Alice over Nicole, I think, just because Nicole is cool, but she's not colorful. Anyway, I would have to wait to meet her. Like, she's gorgeous, but I would have to wait after meeting her to decide whether I actually really want to pull for her. By the way, I'm really curious because there are a lot of people who have been speculating about Nicole's vision. I thought that she would be Geo. I don't know why, but in the trailer you can kind of see a vision, or I don't know if it's a vision, but it looked like one on her back, and it looked red. So personally, I'm thinking she's going to be a Pyro, but would that make sense with Alice already being Pyro? I don't really know. I know a lot of people wanted her to be Geo, but I really don't know. I don't know what to expect when it comes to her. Like, I feel like I'm also expecting something new, because especially with her and Alice, because they're part of the Hexen Circle, so I'm expecting like something, I would say similar to the lunar reactions, but like something, you know, a new type of reaction or a new type of buff. Maybe it wasn't already announced in the special program, but as I said, I haven't watched the entirety of it. I have to say, I haven't even played Genshin that much. Well, actually, there's a little bit of a lie, because I did log in a couple of times last week. I was doing something specific. I don't want to spoil it because I want to make it into a video. But I did was not in a headspace where I was able to talk in a neutral sort of way about what I'm about to say. But a couple of weeks ago, I had to, I don't know how I can say that in English without making it sound like dramatic, but I basically raised my hand and asked for help because I was feeling so much pressure at work. Like, it was so intense that I was spending my entire energy stressing about work. Like, my entire energy was spent on that. I was not able to relax whatsoever. I was not able to rest. I kept thinking of work and if I did a good job and if this and if that and what if I didn't meet this deadline. And it's not like, oh, I finished work for the day, stop thinking about it. It was like, oh, constantly I was thinking about it, like I was losing sleep over it. And so I decided to just like ask for help, you know, see if I don't know, there were ways to control the stress, if there were ways to just like stop it. Usually, you know, to unwind, I would game, I would like hang out with friends, I would, you know, just, you know, do normal stuff that everybody does after work, but even that was not working anymore, and I was starting to isolate myself. I feel like the only thing that kind of worked was like making videos, but even at that, it got to a point where like I was so stressed, I didn't know like how, like I didn't know if it would seem like it through my video, so I just kind of like stopped. I had a bunch of things that were pre-recorded, or like a bunch of ideas that I had already thought about that were like quite simple to you know, create. But yeah, so I asked for help, and I was told that I couldn't keep going because it was actually starting to affect my physical health. I started having pains over different parts in my body, like pains I'd never felt before, you know. I started feeling like very nauseous constantly. I was dizzy. I was losing sleep, as I said, and like I just didn't have strength to do anything. So when I consulted a doctor, they were like, okay, this cannot go on, like you need to take a break. And they gave me a leave of absence, which honestly I was really I would say scared of at first, because when these situations happen, like you wonder, are people going to talk? Are they gonna think that you're taking a break because you're lazy? Are they going to say that you're dodging work? I don't know, you know, like sometimes I hear people talk about this person or that person, and I'm just like, oh my god, like if they talk like this about these people, they talk like this about everybody else, and it makes me so uncomfortable because I don't want people to gossip about me. But anyways, I'm learning that, I mean, it's their right if they want to do it, and it's none of my business. It's like, I know it's strange to say, but even though they are gossiping about me, it's none of my business. It doesn't belong to me. Like literally, it's not my business. I don't know if it makes any sense, but I'm slowly learning that. So yeah, I did take a break from work. I will go back very, very soon. I've been trying to Sekireto Meshumashi, Food for the Soul. And it's like so cute. It has 12 episodes. There's like no romance or anything. It's just like one, two, three, five girls. And they are all in college, and they join or they create actually a club, and it's a food research club, and so they cook or they go discover like restaurants and so on, and it's so cute. Like, you follow them on their little adventures, and I think it's really, really cool. So that has been helping a lot. I've also been watching Windbreaker season 2 because I'd watched season 1 last year, I think, but season 2 came out this spring, I think, as well, or something like that, and it's just as good as season 1, if not like better. I had started reading some of the manga, and that's how I discovered there was an anime last year, so I watched it, I think, as soon as it came out, and then this one I waited a couple of months before, just because I wasn't, as I said, it's been like the stress, the work stress, and the Norn energy thing, it's been going on for too long, but I just ignored it, and I was like, I have to go on. I thought about, how can I explain this? Like, I don't want to offend anyone, okay? Be open with me on this. You guys already know that I am Algerian, okay? I don't live in Algeria anymore, but I was born and raised there. I lived there, I would say, the majority of my life. And then I came, I went to Canada, I went to study in Canada, and now I live in Canada. But since I was born and raised in Algeria, my roots are like in that culture and in Algeria, and it's a very sad thing to say, but mental health, stress, anxiety, depression, those things are not, it's not that they're not talked about, it's you would be shamed for them, actually. Mental health is just like not a thing it's not a thing, it's just not a thing people believe in, and especially like the old generations, okay? Like my generation, for example, is where it started getting better. Like, we started understanding, that it's super important, but before us, people would just ignore it, and people would be shamed for having depression or for being really stressed. Like, you would say to someone, oh my god, I have this project at work and it stresses me out, and they would be like, everybody's stressed, like, you're not the only one, everybody's stressed, like, or you would say, oh my god, I have anxiety. They would be like, yeah, so what, everyone has anxiety, that's not like, it doesn't mean you need any special treatment or attention or whatever, despite the fact that you have mental health specialists and doctors and all that. It's not a novelty. You have all of those, and they're very open about it. It's just that people are not open about it. And so, for example, if a friend would come to me and would say, hey, Ellie, so like, listen, I'm not feeling well and I'm feeling stressed and whatever, I'd be the first one to be like, hey, listen, if you need to take a break, if you need to talk to someone, if you need to make an appointment, talk to someone, like, go for it. I encourage you, I'd be super open about it. But when it comes to myself, I just don't, I took the path where I was like, you're stressed, everybody's stressed, like, you're not the only one, like, girl, chill, you're definitely not the only one. But I think because of that, I did not notice that my stress was starting to go like other directions. Basically, my body was like telling me, hey girl, we really need, like, we need a tiny break. We need to learn how to stressed or whatever. This is just what I have been doing and what has been kind of helping. But if you're going through the same stuff or you're feeling very stressed, you know, like I know some of you guys are still in school, some of you guys are in college, have finals, some of you work just like myself, and it just gets stressful, especially with winter now. The days are shorter, it's colder, we tend to stay inside more, and so on. But the things that have been helping me is basically trying to reconnect with people. It's super important because there were times where I would literally shut down and don't talk to anybody, or like talk but the bare minimum. But it's really important to reconnect with people, and it's okay to be vulnerable. Like, don't trauma dump on your loved ones, but it's okay for them to know that you're not okay. Like, I tend to not let people see that side of myself, but it's okay to let people know that you're not okay. It's totally okay. Like, you don't have to talk about it. You can just say, hey, today we're hanging out and I'm not feeling myself, and like I'm just here to brighten my mood, and you know, thank you for helping with it. So that has been helping a lot, reconnecting with people. Journaling has actually been helping a lot. Like, it's crazy because I never really believed in it. Like, I journal sometimes just when I think I only journal when it feels too much, you know. I never journal to say, hey, so I had a good day today. No, I always journal when something felt like too much. But these days I've been trying to like write down not everything, but you know, bits here and there, and it helps exteriorize, and it actually relieves. Like, I was feeling really stressed because I keep having symptoms appearing from God knows where, like physical ones, like this and that, and pains here and pains that, and whatever. And every time I feel something, I tend to stress about it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it because of the stress? Is it something else? Is it this? Is it that? And I'm learning to be like, Illy, girl, take a deep breath, and then I write it down. And when I write it down, it's like the stress is not on the paper. It's not inside my head anymore. It's in the paper. It's on the paper. So that's been helping me a lot. But also, exercising. I'm not talking about going to the gym or I don't know, lifting weights, or no, I'm not really not talking about that. I'm talking about like literally getting your steps in, like walking, going outside, taking a walk. I don't know if you have those what are they called? I know they're not pads, but like, you know, the stuff you run on. treadmills. If you have like the small ones at home, like I know that the big ones, they take a lot of space, but if you have the small ones, honestly, I saw some on Amazon. It was like $150, which I think for something like that, I think it's a good investment. But if you have something like that, you can also use it. You know, sometimes you can just be watching like TV and using it. Sometimes you can be gaming and using it. I think it's really cool. But yeah, that has been helping a lot. But also just, you know, every time, I don't know what this is called in English, but hold on, I'll Google it. It's I'll tell you what it is in French, and this is actually something that the doctor told me about. Hold on. Yeah, in French it's called pleine conscience. Pleine conscience. Hold on, I'll look it up in English. Okay. Pleine conscience. Okay. Google says that pleine conscience is full awareness consciousness or mindfulness, full consciousness anyway, apparently. And like, maybe you're gonna think I'm stupid, but remember, all of our brains are wired differently, okay? But personally, my brain never shuts up, okay? It's gonna go from, oh, I'm looking at my phone, to like thinking about what I'm looking at on my phone, and then let's say I lock it and I'm forced to stare at the wall. My brain is never like quiet. It's always like there's always something happening inside. I'm gonna be like, oh, the wall is white and this or that. And with the pains that I've been feeling, it's been like thinking about that as well. So it's like never quiet. I can never be like, hey brain, you shut up. But so thinking about that, the doctor told me that like with pleine conscience is to be like, okay, I'm in pain right now, whatever, like literally to be like, okay, I'm in pain right now, I have an appointment in, I don't know, 2 weeks to figure out what's wrong. I won't think about it until two weeks. Like, I'm in pain, sure, but I have meds, I have stuff I can do to like not feel the pain. That's it, like that's where it stops. It's not like, because you know, sometimes we're in pain and we tend to think, oh my god, I'm in pain, oh my god, it's this, oh my god, it's that, oh my god, it could be this, oh my god, what if I can't find an appointment, oh my god, what if the appointment gets cancelled, I don't know, like random stuff, you know, like, oh my god, what if I can't go to my appointments, like my brain personally would always like go from one thing to the other, you know, like literally one thing to the other. It would jump from the most random stuff to the other most random stuff. So anyways, so he's like, focus on one thing and you be like, okay, I'm in pain, so what? Whatever, I'll do something else. I'll try not to think about it, you know. I've started doing that and it kind of works. Like, I'm still not able to make my brain shut up fully, but it does work at least, and I try to focus on something else. So yeah. Anyway, as I said, I think it was a really well deserved break, and I'm happy that I can finally talk to you guys about it. I feel like I'm much more serene than the first video. When I talked about it, I was like, oh my god, it was not a good moment for me. It was not a good moment for me at all. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. But again, deserved break, much needed break, because it had gotten to the point where like I had started taking appointments for the pains that I was feeling and all that, and I was like literally cancelling those appointments because I had work. I would be like, oh no, I can't, like it's my health, you know, like if something happens to me, my work is going to replace me. They're just gonna hire somebody else, right? But if something happens to me, you know, anyways, so I was like canceling appointments or not like taking them at all, because honestly, I don't know if it's the entirety of Canada, but the province that I live in, it's really hard and tricky to get a doctor's appointment, even the ones where like you pay with your own money, and it's really expensive. So and it's not like you can find consultations and like or like doctors in the weekend. It's kind of rare, you know. So if I take an appointment, I'd have to like not go to work or miss some like hours of work. And it had gotten to the point where I was like not doing that, and I was like, okay, that's not normal, like fuck work, you know, like I don't care. But it had to I don't know, come to those conclusions, I guess, now rather than later. Now rather than later. But I know I've talked a lot. I've spent like 30 minutes talking about all this, but I think the finality of it is also to show you that if you're going through something similar, there's always a solution. There are always people around you to help. And you're never the only one feeling that way. So like, don't feel isolated or alone, because it happens to everybody. Even people who pretend it doesn't happen to them, like myself. It happens to everybody. And I don't want to say pretend in that way, but literally I was ignoring my stress. I was ignoring the physical like symptoms for so long, and anyway, I hope I can now look at it with a more, I don't know, I want to say serene. I keep saying this word, but it's the only one that comes to mind, but in a more serene type of way. So yeah. Anyway, enough about all of that. Enough about all of that. I hope all of you guys have been doing well. I hope all of you guys have been doing well. And yeah, let's talk again about Genshin. I think, yeah, I feel like I don't know what to say, and I think this is one of the reasons why I was hesitant to talk about all this in the beginning. I didn't want it to be like the only thing that I was talking about. It's just that it was what has been going on with me, so anyways. But going back to Genshin, honestly, I know I made a video to talk about Arlecchino and how, yes, I would pull for her in the future, and but like not now, because there are so many characters that mistaken, but it's just how I've been feeling about the Genshin Argon quests recently. But I think they're not as well written as they used to be. Like, I think with like Liyue and Mondstadt and even Sumeru, I was really intrigued. I wanted to know what was happening, like, oh my god. And even with Fontaine, but like Natlan was a good one for me, but reflecting on it, that's when it started getting a little childish in my opinion. And yeah, the lore just stopped making sense with, yeah, it just stopped making sense. I'm having trouble keeping up with it. So yeah, but I'll see when I do the quest. So I feel like, especially with Not Cry, I don't have any attachment yet to any of the characters. And it's really sad because I had a lot of attachment. Honestly, Sumeru, I don't think I was attached to any of the characters. I didn't like many of them. I think Neil and Naida were kind of it for me, and Deya, and what was the name of that NPC? Dunyarzad, I think. Obviously those were amazing, but the rest, like, I'll hide them and all that, like, you know, whatever. But Fontaine, I was really attached to the characters. Like, the quests just made me like everybody, the story quests as well. It just made me like everyone. I loved it. And in that land, I don't think I'm attached to anybody. Like Mualani, I don't like her personality that much. She's too, like, there's no nuance to her character. I don't like it. Like, she's just like too bright. Like, there's no nuance to her in my opinion. Mawika is okay, but you know, yeah, I don't know. But in Not Cry, I know that all the characters have something to them. It's just that I haven't gotten attached to them yet, and I wish it will happen. So yeah, is it okay? We restarted. So I still missed what the. Okay, no, we're in chamber 2. Okay, guys, I got further than I thought I would. What the heck? I got a lot further than I thought I would. I thought I'd stopped at floor 12. First chamber, but I started the second chamber, first half, and it's probably this boss that made me like lose my shit. Because this is the boss that you had to fight to ascend Never, and oh my god, I hate this boss. I hate it so much. I use the most random team in like the world, like the Devat world. To fight it, I use Flint's Yaimiko, Kokomi, I think, and like Lauma. It's like I try to go with so many elements that I don't give him like a chance to, you know, beat me at it. But here, my characters were kind of like old Dendro, and he kept absorbing Dendro, so I was like, no way I would do much. There was like some physical damage here and there, but yeah. I actually don't think I've tried Zhongli against this boss. Maybe I should have, but I feel like this blast right here would completely annihilate his shield. So yeah, he's not as good a shielder as he was anymore, in my opinion. is now in the gaming room. We recently changed it spaces, so she comes and eats here. But I didn't think it would actually make this much noise, but I guess the mic picks it up. I guess the mic picks it up. Well, I think I also have the gain like super, kind of like super high, so yeah, that's probably why. I'm actually surprised though that we're not hearing the machines in the bathroom because they're so noisy.